Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Classic Beauty Goddess. If you are new here, hi, my name is Megan, and today it is the winter solstice. I thought that I would dedicate this video to a winter look. So if you are interested in some iciness, let's get started. Okay, we are ready to get started. Now I am going to start off by just coloring my brows a little bit. I'm using my e.l.f. Instant Lash brow pencil. It has a little spoolie on the end and just kind of a, fatter mechanical pencil. I think of it a little bit more like a crayon. I just kind of fill in. I'm not outlining anything. I'm not really drawing. My eyebrows already have shape. I just need to fill in a little bit of those areas that are a little more sparse. And that's it. It really doesn't take that much. I can do a little bit more if I want, or I can just kind of let it go. I prefer my natural lashes, so I typically don't do a whole lot. And then I can always, brush it through a little bit. Now I have already done foundation, concealer, powder. That will all be linked in the description box below, along with all of the other products I use today, if they are available. I do know the eyeshadow palette I'm using is not available anymore, but I really wanted to use it to create this look because it's going to be kind of an icy blue. It's probably a deeper blue than that, but I really thought it would be pretty. I am going to use my Rare Beauty eye primer because I have another primer somewhere. I just must have left it in another room. So we're going to put this on the eyelids, and we're going to take that all the way up to the brow because I will be putting a look all the way to there. So this should be a pretty easy look, just something kind of simple. I do want to play around with that blue, like I said, and I do have an icy white color that I think is gorgeous. So this is the Chantecaille Black Jaguar Eye Quartet. This is from I think 2 falls ago. This was part of a double collection that they put out, and it has some of the most gorgeous shades. So you have this icy white, you have this light brown, you have this gorgeous blue color, and then you have this matte black. So I'm probably going to use a variety of all of them just for fun. Because I do want to kind of play around with everything. So I am using some BK Beauty brushes today, and I'm actually going to start in the brown shade. It kind of looks like there's a little bit of shimmer, but I think it's more of just a satin shade. I don't think there's a lot of shimmer, but I am going to put this kind of on my crease as a transition shade. You don't have to use a transition shade with this. I was thinking about just going straight in with that icy white color, but I want to give just a little bit of dimension so it won't all be just white and blue. Just something kind of simple, but also something to, commemorate the start of winter. I will say, obviously, there are parts of the country that have already had snow and freezing temperatures. So for them, it probably doesn't feel like they're starting winter. They probably feel like they're already in it. But I will say that here in Florida, we generally don't get very much cool weather before the beginning of the year. So for us, this really is the start of winter, hopefully, and we'll have some cooler weather. We did have some right before and after Thanksgiving, but it doesn't typically last very long, which is okay, but I do really enjoy it. So I am actually going to take my ring finger. Well, I'm going to start off with a flat brush, my BK Beauty 203 brush. I'm going to start with this and trying to put that white on the inner corner, but we'll see how far that goes. I may have to add some with my finger. I don't like to use wet brushes in my eyeshadows. I feel like it makes them get that hard pan where it just kind of dries up and you can't really get any pigment out of it. I'm not a fan of that, so I don't use wet brushes, but I know that you can if you want to make more of a not condensed look, but if you want a more concentrated pigment, that is one way to do it. So okay, so I think you can see that nice pretty iciness. And now I'm going to take that blue and I'm going to try and put it in that outer corner with my 202 brush. This is a little bit more of a pointed brush, so I don't know how much of this blue is going to stick to the end of this, but we will see what we can get. And we're going to follow that along the brown, but also over onto the lid. So it's not so much an icy blue, but I do think that it really has kind of a really pretty reflectiveness to it. Again, not icy, but it is really pretty. I think I'm going to take my Rephr 03. This is a really small pencil brush, and I know I should wet it. So I think what I'm going to try is, there is a trick. If you take a setting spray like the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray and you spray the brush and then put that into the eyeshadow, you will get a bigger payout. And I also ended up doing it as a liner. So I think that one, the setting spray helps with the pigment, but it also helps with the staying power of the eyes. So that really just kind of added a little something to that. So I'm going to take my finger into that white shade and I am going to dust that all over the lid. And just kind of add to that with the blending. I am taking my BK Beauty 204 brush, which is just kind of a little stubby brush, and usually I use this to line with, but today I'm just going to blend out the blue that I already put on there. I'm not really, I don't think I'm going to touch the upper lid, but I just wanted to kind of soften this a little bit under the eyes, just a little bit. And I think that really, so this is a little bit more, I think with the white, the blue does stand out a little bit, but it's not as icy as I thought maybe it would turn out to be. But I think it still is kind of a pretty, kind of a snowy look, kind of like a glammed up snowy look, you know, for winter. So if you have an event and you want to do something with some, you know, snowy white and some blue, you can definitely do that. The other thing I was going to do is a little bit of blush. I don't have anything that's super pigmented. I do have my Chantecaille Cheek Gelée in Vibrant. It is the brightest pink shade in their jelly formula, and I think it will add probably the brightest amount of color payout that I'll be able to get that might give me that pinky, kind of like that frostbitten look that was really popular a few years ago, that was trending. I think now they're doing some kind of, I think they're calling it like a candy cane blush or something like that, where they're taking kind of these vibrant colors along with highlighter, and they're striping it down and then blending it out. I guess I don't quite get the trend, because you don't see the candy cane part. It's when you apply it, that's where that comes into place. And I'm just not sure that I understand the purpose, but hey, to each their own. Whatever makes you happy. I am going to take this brush and just sort of blend a little bit, make sure there's not too much. You probably can't even really see it. My friend Shelly used to say that she could never tell when I wore blush, so I don't think that's changed. And sometimes it's so hard to tell in the light. There's definitely more on this side than that side, so I'm going to fix that really quick. There we go. That is a little better. Take that brush again and just kind of make sure that's blended out a little bit. There we go. All right. Next, I am going to do my mascara. I'm just going to put on a plain black mascara, and then I have to figure out what to do with lips. So give me just a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, I did my Victoria Beckham Beauty mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I figured with the liner on the bottom, I really needed something on those lower lashes to kind of make them stand out a little bit more. And I was thinking I would do a little experiment. I'm going to use the cheek jelly, even though it is on my cheeks. I am going to put that on the lips to see what kind of color that gives me. And then I may try to put a little bit of highlighter to see what that does. So if you bear with me, I have not tried this, but I've seen it done as kind of a little trick. This is also a great way if you're not sure, like with the blush you're using, what kind of lip color to go with, or vice versa. This is a good way to do it, because obviously this is the same color that's on my cheeks, so I already know that it matches. And we will take a little bit of the ColourPop Stole the Show Super Shock highlighter. I honestly don't even remember the last time I used this, but I'm going to take the teeniest, tiniest amount and put that right in the center. Now this is a little bit more of a champagne shimmer, whereas the lips, of course, the eyes are more silvery white. So, and that actually gives them a little bit of a foiled look. It kind of reminds me of what they were doing with blush. I mentioned that they were doing a few years ago where it was kind of like that frostbitten look, where, you know, they gave that very pink, and it actually went across the nose, which I wasn't really a fan of. But it just has that kind of hint of color. And then it just gave a little shine. I probably need to add something to it. See, I do have my City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss, and this one is the clear. So let's see. All right, there we have it. That just added some gloss and some shine, but it's my lips but better. And there you have it, kind of a frosty welcome to winter wonderland kind of a look. I just want to say I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for spending your time with me. I know that I was off for a little bit, and I've only just now come back this December. So time is winding down. We're getting down to the end of the year, and you know, I do have one more video for you this year, and then it's on to the new year and new things. So thank you again. I look forward to speaking with you in the comments, chatting in DMs. And if you need anything, please let me know. If you will do me a favor and please make sure that you subscribe. I would love to have you as an official part of my community. And also, just remember to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a wonderful day no matter where you are. And most importantly, this time of year, let's remember to slow down and to just take a deep breath and remember that the season isn't about the rush. It's about helping each other and being there for each other. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.